This is killing me. You guys don't even know. Maybe if I cried more about it, it would matter. Oh, understand what's going on and why the world works the way it does. Let's explain it to you. So, first and foremost, we're always going to start with this. I want you guys to see who controls the information.
In conjunction with My Israel,
has
arranged instruction day for wiki editors. The goal of the day is to teach people how to edit in Wikipedia, which is the #1 source of information today in the world. As a way of example, if someone searches the Gaza flotilla, we want to be there. We want to be the guys who influence what is written there, how it's written, and to ensure that it's balanced and Zionist in nature. I came here to learn.
I mean, it's just crazy how brazen that is, right? It's not like he doesn't know he's being filmed. He knows he's being recorded. Knows he's being recorded, and still flat out admits to Israel controlling Wikipedia. Who is that man? That man is Naftali Bennett, who at the time was an operative, but was elevated to prime minister status as part of the gotta hide the fact Netanyahu is under indictment shit of 2019 through 2022. So they went from Netanyahu to Defense Minister Benny Gantz, back to Netanyahu, then this guy, Naftali Bennett. Oh, somebody's flying the pedo flag right off the bat. We have a pedophile. See ya. You fly the pedo flag, you're going to get removed every time. But Naftali Bennett was the prime minister for just over, literally just over a year, 20 days, more than a year, or something like that. And then he decides to step down in June of 2022. And again, he just steps down. Like, there's no process, there's no election, there's no nothing. He just decides to step down, and Yair Lapid takes over as prime minister until November, when they distracted the United States by having us focus on Kanye. Remember, everything Kanye ever said that was, you wouldn't have known about it. None of you follow Kanye West. You know? Just think about how silly that is, right? None of you follow Kanye West. But you all knew what he said because they told you to care. And during that whole brouhaha, they were putting Netanyahu, Itamar Ben-Gvir, Bezalel Smotrich. Those two, Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich, are actually war criminals. Like, they've actually been in trouble for this shit. Huh? You can't tell me. I said 8 to 5. So, within 5 minutes of me going live, some random dumbass is like, I served, like, a submariner just happens to stumble across my feed 5 minutes in. Because that's believable. I believe you, Daniel. I believe you, Daniel. Oh, come on. How stupid do you think we are? God damn. Like, they're not even subtle about it. This is how you know how stupid it is, right? Within 5 minutes, there's somebody that's like, oh my God, this guy doesn't believe in submarines. Oh my God. And I love how they go, well, you titled your video that. Well, what's the rest of the title? You don't want to focus on that other part, huh? If you really want to have the submarine conversation, go watch Submarines Aren't Real, Part 1 through 9. If you're not willing to watch and look at the evidence that's presented and the debunk that happens pretty easily, actually, then there's no point in talking to you. You don't really care about the submarine issue. You just want me to stop talking about things like Israel and AIPAC and all that stuff. That's what your goal is. Maybe it's because your video has a submarine tag and I watch submarine tags. Right. At 8 in the morning, you're just up looking for submarine tags. Oh, come on. Your parts 1 through 9 prove nothing, but that you don't believe people in the past are smarter than you. Really, that's what it does. Oh, okay. You watched all those parts. There's not a single comment from you, but hey, let's go with that. I spent my life on a 66 U.S. Columbus. Submarines are seen in ports on a daily. Yep, boats are seen in ports on a daily basis. Yes, we know. No. I'm trolling my own video. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Again, if anybody was actually interested, they'd go watch the first 9 parts and they'd debunk it. You know, it's so simple. The fact that you believe they have big giant submarines that are the size of 80 school buses, filled with air, filled with people, that those things work. But this 200-pound body floats with that much air. That much air keeps this 200-pound body floating. I'd say is probably like 1% of my 1% of my body, maybe. I don't even know if it's even that much. But again, all these people, it has huge ballast tanks. Yep, the ballast tanks make up maybe 5-10% of the submarine size, of its entire capacity. Take a 2-liter to the beach. See if you can sink it. And that's all I'm gonna say. We're done with this one. There's nothing to debunk. You discovered people in the 17th century that didn't have clockwork mechanisms, but throat the belief of Tartarianism. What? What are you, stupid or something? Well, yeah, obviously. What am I asking that question for? Anyway, this is like the people that think airplanes can hold 68,000 gallons of fuel. Sure they can. In the wings, mind you. That makes so much sense. Like, it's all just dumb shit, but it's all, you know, it all proves the point here, right? Oh yeah? Send it to me. Here, let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can actually find a real person that talks about it. I am interested in this. Sucks. Okay, make sure you spelled it right. Okay. So, yeah, this proves a real person exists, right? Okay, so this is the best I could have hoped for, right? Right? So what somebody did was watched my video and then paused it at just the right time, so I guess they can make me look goofy. And that's supposed to prove that real people are doing it. Let's see. We got another Guy Williams Sucks video.
All of you are welcome.
Okay. Let's see. Are we? This is literally somebody has made a page, they've made an entire page about me, and yet not a single video or not a single proof of a person. Gosh, that's interesting. So there's actually 2 videos up, and neither one of them shows the actual person making the video. Almost like it's Israeli. This is just some more Israeli bot shit, right? Like, this is how stupid they are, right? This is how stupid they are. I literally ask for a video proving that proving I'm bad. Make the live video. Show me that you're a real person. And every single one of these videos, they made 4 videos in the last 24 hours. 4 separate videos where they edited shit together on my behalf. And not one of those videos shows an actual person. That's really interesting. That's really interesting how that works. Good try. I mean, I got to give you that. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Think about this, people. Think about how ridiculous that is, right? I've put the challenge out there for over a year that if you're one of these shit talkers, make a video showing your face, talking about me. Not some goofy music, not some goofy edits. Which, what you've done actually is more difficult. You had to literally put the video together and then upload it instead of just making the quick video. I'm so happy that this happened. I'm actually like, because again, every time I say these things or do these things, like, I'm putting my whole shit on the, like, all it takes is one of them to actually do it, and then it's like, well, see, there you go, that's a real person. And instead, the first video that this happens, the first time it happens, there are 4 videos made. All of them are edited bullshit, basically promoting me. Right? Like, this is just fantastic. I can't even believe this happened. Oh, now we've got another real life Submariner. 15 minutes in, we're getting attacked by the Submariners. And you would think, like, especially like if you claim that you're a U.S. military guy, right? You're a U.S. military guy and you're cool with Israel running the show. You're cool with working for Israel. You're cool with dying for Israel. You're cool with all that stuff. That's how that works. Like, this is just fantastic. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. Thank you for proving the point. Thank you. God, I hope. I wish Karen was here or Matt was here. This is fantastic. This is fucking fantastic. I'm actually distracted here and I like it. But this is, as far as distractions go, I mean, this is evidence, right? This is evidence of what I'm always saying. So let's further that, actually, right? Because people don't quite understand. So first we're going to show you, I already did it, but we'll show it again. I can't believe you actually took the time to make a bunch of edited videos, but not one of a real person. Well, I can, because obviously you don't want to show your dumb chosen face, which would give you away. So you don't want to do that. Clearly you're not very proud of what you believe.
Moetzet Yesh, in conjunction with My Israel, has arranged instruction day for wiki editors. The goal of the day is to teach people how to edit in Wikipedia, which is the #1 source of information today in the world. As a way of example, if someone searches the Gaza flotilla, we want to be there. We want to be the guys who influence what is written there, how it's written, and to ensure that it's balanced and Zionist in nature.
Okay, so that was Naftali Bennett. That was made in 2010 when he was just an Israeli operative. But eventually, he gets made to be the prime minister, right? So this is a future, at the time, and former, as of now, prime minister of Israel, bragging that they control Wikipedia. They were having a session to teach Wikipedia editors, Wikipedia being the #1 source of information in the world, to teach Wikipedia editors how to edit things. They want to influence the edit. He says if people look up the Gaza flotilla, we want to be there. We want to influence what's written. And we want it to have a balanced and Zionist perspective. Okay? So like I as far as, you know, proofs go, I kind of don't understand what would be more, how you could prove it more than that, right? So when I then use Wikipedia as my source, there's no confusion, there's no controversy here. This is exactly what they want us to know, right? This is their system. Their system wants us to know these things. They've approved all the edits, and there's a lot of people that will cry and be like, anybody can excuse me, anybody can edit Wikipedia. You can't. You know, you first of all, there's plenty of pages that are completely locked up, so they can't be edited. But even if you can edit it, that edit triggers the system that there was an edit made, and then real people go and look at that edit to make sure it fits the narrative. If it doesn't fit the narrative, they don't allow the edit to go through. It's very, very simple, right? So again, when I from here on use Wikipedia as my source, there's no like crybaby hiding bullshit that you can do. It's pretty obvious who's behind Wikipedia and who's behind this information. I challenge the trolls to make a video called Guy Williams Sucks and show their face that it's actual real people, not Israeli bots. They came out here all proud today talking about, there's videos up. I went and looked. They made 4 separate videos of edits, just of me talking, of different videos. Not one shows one person looking at the camera and the Guy Williams sucks because of blah, blah. Not one. Makes sense, doesn't it? That you really took up my challenge there, didn't you? Didn't prove my point at all. So, you might not ask quite what's going on yet. But now I'm going to look up Team Jorge, okay? So, we're going to go to Wikipedia. We're going to look up Team Jorge. Okay, Team Jorge, Wikipedia. Still haven't locked the page, which I think is kind of strange. Team Jorge is the name given to an outfit of Israeli contractors specialized in the use of malign cyber activities, including hacking, sabotage, and bot farm social media disinformation campaigns to manipulate the outcomes of elections, right? If they can manipulate the outcome of election, I'm sure they can manipulate some random person's YouTube page. One of the organization's primary tools is a software package called AIMS, Advanced Impact Media Solutions. The group was exposed in February 2023 after an award-winning undercover operation by journalists from Israel and France as part of a consortium of investigative journalists coordinated by Forbidden Stories. The organization has been active since at least 2015 and boasts of having manipulated 33, gotta love that 33, presidential elections worldwide. But don't worry, white people. Many of them are in Africa. Many meaning 4 or more. So out of the 33, at least 4 have been in Africa, just to keep you at ease. And in 27 cases with success. Their activities were revealed following a 2022 sting operation in Tel Aviv, carried out by 3 undercover journalists who posed as prospective clients and who filmed their interactions with Tal, T-A-L, Hanan, H-A-N-A-N, the group's leader and former Israeli Special Forces operative, in which he explained the inner workings of the organization. According to Hanan, the group's leader, Team Jorge has existed for more than 2 decades and has been engaged in propaganda and disinformation activities in more than 30 countries. Propaganda and disinformation campaigns. You know, like making fake goofy videos when you're supposed to be making a video of a person talking. And they're dumb enough to actually, like, when I look at the like count, so it has, one of the videos has like 8 or 9 likes. So obviously there's at least 8 or 9 profiles associated with this whole operation here, right? Because random people didn't find those videos and then like them. They're not even good. They're just like goofy, you know, they're like goofy fanboy kind of shit, right? But however, its first documented activity dates back to 2015, you know, just before that election that Trump won and lost. Lost but won. You know how that works. Where he lost by 2.7 million votes. And then that swamp that he promised to drain, full of AIPAC and dual Israeli citizens, put him in anyway. Remember, only the 3rd time in history, in modern history, where the person that gets the most votes doesn't win. The only election in the world that works that way. But this time, along with the first 2 times George Bush Jr. won, the people just didn't get it right. And the Electoral College just had to step in to prevent California from stealing the election by itself. Blah, blah. It's just the stupidest nonsense that you can think of. Every other time it works just fine, but not these 2 times. And of course, Hillary Clinton, who would have gone down in forever history as the first female president, she was like, nah, I don't care, I'll just leave. Makes total sense. Their services have been available to government intelligence agencies, political campaigns, and private companies that wish to covertly manipulate public opinion. You know, covertly, not showing their identities, even when they're like, I just can't believe how stupid these guys are. Like, I cannot believe you are this determined to prove me right. But at the same time, if you watch any videos with interviews with settlers, or just with any this is how stupid they sound. Especially the inbred settlers, but like they can't actually make reasonable arguments. They can't even have reasonable conversations most of the time. But like this idea that they would think, okay, so this guy challenges us to make personal videos acknowledging that we are real people, where we show our face, just like he's doing, where we show our face and talk about how stupid this guy is. So let's make a bunch of edited videos that don't show any faces other than his, or, you know, random, whatever they could find. But let's do the exact opposite, because that doesn't prove that it's a bunch of Israeli bots or anything. One of the organization's primary tools is a software package called Advanced Impact Media Solutions, or AIMS. The software, pay attention now, automates centralized control of thousands of fake social media profiles on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Telegram, TikTok, and others, meaning YouTube. So I showed you that the former, future, and then former Minister of Israel bragged about how they control Wikipedia. I mean, do you think they just lost control of it somehow in that time frame? So now I'm using Wikipedia to show you how they control social media using the AIMS software, which automates control of thousands of fake social media profiles. I don't know what else you require as far as evidence goes. Like, to me, that's about as evidential as you can get. That's about as prime evidence as you can get. But wait, there's more, right? Because they also use humans. They also employ their people to do the same thing. So all the ones that are like, I'm not a bot, I'm just some loser, and wait for you to go live and watches you for hours begging for your attention, who clearly is a pedophile, clearly supports pedophilia, and clearly supports genocide, right? Totally makes sense. So this is the second part, right? And the thing is, like, if this was court, if we were in court and I was presenting my case, this would be, like, this would seal it. I would, there's no way from from an evidentiary standpoint, from a legal standpoint, that if I was presenting you with all of this information and my only opposition wasn't even there, you couldn't even see who they were. They were just like, all these fake bot profiles with no subscribers, no content, nothing like that. Or it's a brand new page that was just made directly about, they're the anti-guy. There are literally people who have, like, I'm nothing, right? I don't matter. I'm ineffective and I'm what I do is pointless. So much so that somebody's made a fake profile, a fake YouTube channel just for me. That's how much I don't matter. And they're too stupid to even follow simple directions. So, no, this is no, huh? See, they're freaking out right now, right? Because they honestly thought it was an idea, and to make the page and the now maybe somebody with maybe one of them who has, like, 3 brains as opposed to the one of them is like, hey, this